Live. You're live. Cool. Hello to no one in the chat room. Hopefully someone comes along and decides to do it. Do you know what? Let's put the fields out there. Let's put some stuff there because people will be like, whoa, 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 why are you live? And we didn't know. So let's just slap this one over here. I'm live now on YouTube. Please come talk to me. Please come talk to me. YouTube, youtube.com/ oh, I have a like. Okay, so tweet that out. Why is it not tweeting? There we go. I am live. And now let's close and see the people be like messaging. Going, hey, what's up? Hey, hello, people. Hey, Dan, and hello, 91. I'm going to call you 91. This is a live chat. It's probably going to go on for an hour. Oh, I don't like the lighting. So yeah, let's talk about Power Rangers. Let's all talk about. I'm tired. I'm also really tired at the same time. Let's talk about the good old Power of Rangers and what you guys thought. How did you both like Beast Morphus? How did you like it? That's me breaking an egg. Easter chocolate is so much better than regular chocolate, and I don't know why. So 91. Did you watch today's episode, the 4th episode? The really random Valentine's Day episode, which we should have got much earlier on. Because I generally actually really liked it. It's good. Again, really random time to put it. I would have put it more towards. I don't know. I think I would have not had it towards Valentine's Day. It just seems really kind of weird. I thought it was pretty good. Just got to get rid of. To be fair, I did think about the comedy on this one, and I actually generally think it's a lot better that they've handled it a lot better this time. That it doesn't feel forced. Victor and Monty, that comedy duo was very, very forced in this one. I didn't like it, but this feels kind of natural, which is very kind of weird at the same time. So I'm okay with Betty and Ben, as long as it doesn't go too far. And we've not had any fart jokes. Just think about it. I've not seen any fart jokes whatsoever, which is a really random thing. Yeah, I do generally think that they're actually really good characters. I would have loved it if they were the next, like they were Rangers, gold and silver. I think that would have been cool. I know Nate's going to be gold because they kind of. I know he's been on set with it, but they mentioned it in this week's episode. They turned around and went, "Oh, you need a buddy." I was like, "Aha, he can make one." I never saw any of the Bulk and Spike thing. I generally only saw a few things, but I never really watched Samurai because it wasn't really kind of my thing. I couldn't get into the series. I think it was a while since it was. I think yeah, it was a while since I actually got back into Power Rangers. Um, after yeah, I watched Megaforce and obviously Super Megaforce because I was actually I like Super Megaforce. It's the same shtick though, but I feel yeah, only gonna true, but you've got to also kind of imagine I can put up with the comedy because we've also had like a lot of kind of forced comedy, a lot of kind of really good stuff from the thing, like a lot more natural scenes, sort of very little Sentai. So for me, I kind of really like the fact that we have this. Um, so yeah, actually, I'm going to tweet out the link. I don't know how to. Oh well, I'll leave it. So for natural American footage, compared to having a bit of comedy in it, I'm not particularly that bad. And plus, they're not in it for long, which is good. Ooh, 4 people are watching. Yay! See, Super Mega Force, I think, was the one series that would have beaten every other series hands down if done right. And unfortunately, they said that Power Ranger pirate toys don't sell, which is stupid. I also kind of think that the how do I say? I generally think that they messed up completely and they just didn't care. And I think this is when you have the director and the brand just not caring. No, and that was it. Um, I think that there was a lot of mistakes that they made, and I think it would be crap. If they'd done it right, would have blown the whole series out of the water. Now, I know I needed a hairbrush, Dave, but it means I'd have to wash my hair, and I'm not doing it since I'm going to bed soon. Um, yeah, no, I think the Megaforce would have been the best series, but they didn't like it, and they didn't think pirate toys were going to win. Ninja Steel was a weird one. I liked it and I didn't. Um, let's just angle that. Mainly because, I think if you took out Victor and Monty, that they would have made the series better. Although the whole was it the 25th anniversary episode, they actually messed that one up because they say that the morphing grid is one that kind of keeps the dimensions together. So the bad guy, if he'd shot the arrow and like broken down everything, boom, you would have had everything kind of straight away. You could have had every single universe together and the morphing grid being one. So I think they were like, oh, I don't want to do that. I agree. It's a big opportunity missed. If Chip Lynn was involved or Disney was involved, it would have been fantastic. But like you said, they didn't get. Yeah, it hurt my feelings as well because I was a really big fan of Gokaiger. I just think that it gets to the point, and this is where you could kind of see the decline. This also kind of I think brings in Bandai in my sorts of eyes. That um, that Bandai just were like, oh, we just don't care. So I was like, oh. So yeah, you could definitely tell that Bandai and Saban just didn't care about the brand anymore. And you can see the decline in the way that the series was run. But with Hasbro coming along, now I'm not going to go 100% into loving Hasbro because I want to see what they're going to be like for the next 4 years. If they're going to be as great as they are, or if they are going to let the show run into the ground. So we will see what it is. But I'm hoping that the series is going to be good. They will be shit. Oh, why does no, I don't wanna I want ah, sorry, Dave. I saw your message, and I was, approving it, and it just went hide, so I'm sorry, but yes, I know. Pretty much so far, Beast Morphers seems like it does. It actually generally has a lot more storyline um, than the most of the series, and I think this is what something that we've wanted as fans for a very long time. That we could easily have more and more and more over time, but I just hope it's going to be a good series. That's what it is. Which is better? Ninja Storm is better than Ninja Steel. Um, that was the series that brought me back into watching Power Rangers. Um, so not, I don't think not many people know. So I'm actually opening a comic book, but it has my address on it, and I don't want to dox myself. Um, there we go. So, boom. So I've already read this one. No, yeah. So just completely not telling the story. Okay. Um, so when I was in high school, so this is going to be a story for you kids. If you're thinking, actually, first of all, before I go into the story of that, just picked up that. So I now have all the covers for this one, which I'm happy about. I also have this. Oh, pardon me. And I have this one. Okay, so going to carry on the story first before I move on to the question. And yes, thank you, Dave. My birthday is on Wednesday. Yay! Okay, so when I was little, when Power Rangers first came out, 93, obviously, I think I was around about 13, and I absolutely loved Power Rangers. And I watched it all the way up to the end of Zeo. So when it came to Turbo, and I didn't like it that much. So I kind of stopped watching. I watched I think, parts of In Space because over here in the UK, there was not a lot of time, like a lot of people in it. So it was like it wasn't shown much over the UK. Is what I'm trying to say. So I kind of stopped it. So I went to high school and I got bullied for liking Power Rangers. So I stopped watching, and it wasn't until Ninja Storm when I actually got back into the series and actually loved it because it was something fresh. Because I thought that Power Rangers was still going, but over in the UK there wasn't a lot of it. There was never kind of a lot of everything. You had to have Sky TV. So basically, that was like cable over here. So we didn't have it. Or if I didn't have it, then I only got it for Dragon Ball Z. So I got that one for Dragon Ball Z. I really like that. And then yeah, I started watching it. I got told about Super Sentai at the same time as Ninja Steel, and I wholeheartedly enjoyed it. To be fair, um, and I got back into series, and then I started doing YouTube. And then I've loved the brand, and I've never, I think, since Storm, I've never watched, I've never missed a series, even if I've hated it or not. Um, oh, okay. So, what do I like Devon? I think he's a good leader. I think it's a different type. Again, I'm also kind of at the moment glad that they've not preyed on the weaknesses. So obviously Devon seeing a dog, Zoe running out of energy, and Ravi going full on beast mode. So I'm not actually, I'm quite glad. I like Devon as a leader. He's not my favorite one, but considering what we've had for the past years, now I like Tyler, but he was a good leader. But again, like he's been the only kind of decent leader that we've had for a long time. So Devon is definitely up there for me. I kind of really like Devon. He's cool. Actually, I team. I really like Roxy. To be fair, Roxy is the only one that carries the entire show for me at the moment because it's just the way that her character is written. I absolutely love it. It's something that we've not really seen. I think we could have seen it with Astromina. We maybe a bit with Diva Tots, but since then we've never had a character. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, we've not had a character. Like we've never had an episode where one of the bad guys manipulates a good guy over the feelings. That was something I was very shocked about. So I was like, "Holy crap, this is amazing!" See, I'm I wouldn't give up being a ranger because then I'd be in a coma and she would my evil version of myself would be going around. So nah, I'm looking for. I kind of hope that when because obviously they're going to integrate them back together, that she keeps some of that sass. I think that would work really, really well. But you know what's going to happen? They're going to wake up and it's going to be like, oh my god, and they're going to hug and then they're going to get together, and Ravi's going to turn around and go, I'm going to break the rules for you, Roxy, and then that's it. See, I can just imagine everyone's typing questions right now. I don't know what to kind of talk about. Again, this is my second stream, and this is a thing. Let's put it on Facebook. I'm live on YouTube. Come and check the stream. I don't know. Where says YouTube? YouTube. God damn, I can't even spell YouTube. YouTube.com/Airlim. Could I be a ranger? I would love to be a ranger, but I'm very bad at lines, so I would want to be the silent. So I figured out that if I could be a Power Ranger, I would take reduced pay on this one. So Hasbro, if you're watching, I would take reduced pay, but I would be the silent ranger until the very end, till the very last episode, where it's just like, oh my god, guys, So you got the leader. He's like, oh my god, guys, like it's been great. I can't believe that we've finally defeated the evil, whichever. You know, oh my god. And then it'd be something like so what do you guys think? And I'd be like, oh, I really like that. And they'd be like, hang on, you can speak about it. You never asked me a question. But all the way through the series, if they ask me a question, I'm like, huh. And then they just go, oh, something happens. I would love that. And I would just be like, when is the lightning? Okay, so Jason, I think that you can order them at ID Toys. You can order them at Forbidden Planet. I think that they've got a June release at the moment. No, May. Let's have a quick goosey gander, as they say. So let me have a look. So I've ordered mine from ID Toys. They're called it's indemandtoys.co.uk. I will put this in the chat. So this is the place where I'm getting mine. Let's have a look. So Power Rangers. So they're coming out in. Let's have a look. I'm looking at Lord Z. Oh, they finally said ship in August, and I heard that they changed it. So let's just move over here to chat. So that's where I'm getting mine from. Now let me just have a quick look at Forbidden Planet. Forbidden Planet. When are they getting theirs? Power Rangers. So recently added is what I want to look at because Lightning Collection. And then we have May. So apparently in May is when we're getting them. So I don't know when we are, but you can check out Forbidden Planet, ID Toys. Bear with me. I will just going to quickly grab a drink and I will answer more questions. Cool. Right. Okay. So more questions. When is UK? Last one, Mr. Adams, was toy collection videos coming soon. Okay, I didn't really like Samurai. Lewis, I didn't like it. I don't know why I didn't. I think it didn't have a proper opening. It didn't have a. The first episode was episode 4, and apparently, or episode 2 or 3, because apparently they messed things up. So you had straight away the episode that opened was with Mike, not losing confidence or something like that. And when they actually aired it, they then put the first episode much later on, and I just kind of didn't really kind of get into it. I think maybe I just didn't really like Shinkenger that much, so I just kind of didn't watch Samurai. I think I just literally started watching Megaforce because obviously you had Gokaiger, and that's kind of what I wanted. Okay. Question: Do you Question: Do anyone think Troy's not the worst Red Ranger? He's better than Tommy, and I will explain this in a second. And the fact that they tried to model him after Jason is a big slap in the face. He couldn't even be in the same class as Rocky. I know. Okay, so I'm gonna. Everyone bags on Troy, and I'm going to turn around. So first of all, let's address the acting. That he was told to act like that, so I blame the directors and the writers for that. Now, I said before that I think that Troy is better than Tommy, and it's a simple thing for that one. So everyone remembers the destruction of the Thunderzords, right? So there is a scene where Alpha and Zordon say, Tommy, don't push the Zords, don't ask for more power, because if it do, it will strip you of your powers or worse. And Tommy completely just ignores that and he goes for it, putting his entire team in jeopardy. Now, I've never really seen any other leader do this for their team. It's always been like, okay, let's hold back or let's regroup, let's disappear. That's just, we'll come back later when we try to figure something. So you then get the destruction of the Thunderzords, which is then down to Tommy. So there is a scene in Super Mega Force where the Zords are getting absolutely battered. I hope this is because I wholeheartedly remember it. So at that point, Troy boots the Rangers out completely out of the Megazord and goes, "Get out!" And then obviously he gets out at the end, but he sacrificed he sacrificed himself for his team, and I generally think that is great leadership. It's not the best season, but I do generally think that when you've got something, when you do that, that speaks a lot more than having someone say, "We're going to defeat these monsters. I'm going to kill my team in the process." So I like Troy. He's not the best acting ranger, but he's also a decent leader. I think it's just because everyone bags on him because I think another one someone brings up is the whole how is it? He goes on about Robo Knight quite a lot, and he only goes on about Robo Knight for 2 episodes. Where let's go find Robo Knight. We've got to find Robo Knight, and then they find him. Like everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Troy just does that," and I'm like, "Well, Andros went on for like what his entire season talking about his sister." So there's that thing. Okay. What are your favorite seasons of Power Rangers? Now, I did a video on this. There is a thing. My number one favorite season is Zeo, because it is to me one of the best seasons. Because it was the change of the suits. Everything changed completely different. We had brand new weapons, and it generally was a decent series. Okay, I am still live because there we go. I was going to say I've not seen any questions. So everyone's stunned that I've just said that Troy's better than Tommy. Okay, what other season? Ninja Storm, I really like. Beast Morphers, I really like. And I think there's the top 4. I can't remember all my favorite seasons, but what about you? What is your favorite season, Lewis? Okay, one thing I like about Beast Morphers is they got rid of the opening montage. I didn't like it. It reminds me of a roll call. Yeah, I didn't see an intro this week. I was very kind of again noticed it was edited out, or they skipped it. I didn't mind the kind of intro from it last time. Oh, Dino Thunder, I do like Dino Thunder as well. I don't know if they intentionally left in the last time on Beast Morphers, only because of because it was series two. My foot is really itchy. Like kind of like the second episode to kind of catch you up, or it was a two-parter, but not but it was disguised as not a two-parter or something like that. So that's how I'm guessing. Dino Thunder was a very, very good series. I loved the introduction of Sentai into it, the different Sentai teams. So again, that could be another video, but they talk about the different teams, and then so they obviously knew in Dino Thunder, or Tommy knew at least, that there were other powers on Earth that had been used, and that's how we have the explanation of all the other Power Rangers powers, because most of them were never explained at all. Cool. So, come on, any more questions? We've got 6 people in the chat. I can see a few people talking. Please ask me some questions. I'm going to be doing these more regularly. For me, this is the one thing that I kind of really want to get into a bit more, live streaming. I want to get a better camera. I want to get a better kind of like frame so everyone knows about this. This is just me seeing if we can do this. Yeah, I agree. It worked on Ninja Storm. I don't think it could have been on every season. Well, oh yeah, the monologue of it. Yeah, I think it does work. I generally think it depends if you're gonna. I think if you're generally going to talk about it and you want people to catch up, it kind of works. Okay, what do you hope for the future of Ranger games? Okay, so I want more Ranger games. But this is one thing I've said in a video that is coming out, which is the Battle for the Grid. I was very disappointed with the Battle for the Grid, um, mainly because it was a game that was rushed. Now I don't know if it's down to two things: of the game was leaked, so therefore they had to get it out quickly enough, or as fans we badgered them. Now I've noticed it in the fandom quite a lot of times that people will badger the company. So you'll get people that will badger for conventions. You'll get people that will badger for getting guests over at conventions. And it gets a bit too. I think sometimes a bit too much. Like we do get excited now. I was really happy for Battle of Grid. Now I've done games design. I studied it at college. I studied it at uni. So I understand that they wanted to get a product out, but the product wasn't finished, and this really kind of hurts. It felt like when you bought Battle for the Grid, there was just nothing there. It felt like a very long demo. I've gone through the game twice now, and I generally just didn't enjoy it whatsoever. It felt very repetitive. Now I know this is like a fighting game, but it does get kind of really repetitive on it. That there isn't a lot there to kind of keep you going back. I know probably in a few months' time they would have updated it. You had hardly any levels, so you only had like 4 to 5, which were the I can't remember the name at the moment, but it was a city in Megaforce, Haywood. Yeah, I think it was Haywood. Then you had the training room, which you didn't really see. That was the kind of one that looks like from Marvel versus Capcom. You had Mystic Jungle, Dragon's Throne Room, and you had somewhere else I can't remember at the moment. So, but you kind of think that they at this time they would have had more levels, and the game wasn't coming out until I think in a few weeks' time. But obviously, it had to get pushed forward. Then you obviously had the problems with the collector's editions and codes, and I just generally think that they really messed up. So, I saw a lot of comments over a lot of different Facebook pages and stuff of how people wanted the game. They were saying like, "Oh, I die for this game right now. My life is complete." Um, so I kind of think that we should have had a better game and it been taking time. So, but it's also very hard to do a Ranger game. Back in showing my age, back in my day, you had the Street Fighter game, the type of like thing for the Mega Drive or the Genesis. Two same console, just two different names. So you had like a fighting game, and I always think that a Power Ranger game should be a fighting game, fighting under thing. Hey, Calvin. So you should there are loads of train. So you have the whole idea of fighting games as in like 1v1. I understand that, and I think like the other game that we had, which was the animated Power Ranger one where it was a Street Fighter game, which I generally kind of really liked. Um, I generally think that if you're gonna have those sorts of games, there should be more to it. So the Street Fighter one, whichever the one is, Mega Battle, I think it was called. That should have. I would have liked more Rangers in it. I would have liked a little bit more depth to it. But for a generic going through the game, I'm happy with it. Battle for the Grid wasn't that great because again, just it felt rushed. It felt like a demo. Like the characters on it. Hey Jay, so it just wasn't that great, I think. So I generally just kind of think Power Ranger games in the future at the moment need a lot of work, but I think that either you don't leak them, you don't say that you're working on them, and then surprise, here's a game, or you kind of just turn around and just wait. We have to all wait for this because if Hasbro are going to be building the brand back up with the games and stuff, then they need to kind of sort it out properly. Oh, okay, it's JW2 vlogs. I know. I just saw just J vlogs. So okay. What else? I think Evox was created by someone within. That is a good thought. I did kind of think that, but then I kind of thought it might be Lord Zed. No, it's not Lord. No, it's Lord Zed's snake. When he had the staff and it turned into a snake. There we go. We've done that one. But no, I see it's a virus that came from the outside, so I think that maybe it could be something, but I do like that kind of thought that it was made. Maybe it was made by Nate because he was bored and he was angry because of something, so he created it. But I kind of really want to see if Evox is going to escape and do it, and become like a giant robot or something, or just upload him into one of the Giga drones and then just teleport him out, say you've now been uploaded, there you go, you can easily get out. Do you think Rangers as a brand could evolve into okay? So, do you think that Rangers as a brand should evolve into a more darker tone show that can join the ranks of Marvel and DC on the big screen? Good point. I now have to go watch Supergirl and Legends. Okay, so I have talked about this in the past, and I think my mindset has changed slightly. I think only because I think that they could turn into DC shows, such as like Flash and Supergirl, Legends, Arrow, and stuff like that. I generally think they can do because I think now we've gotten to the point where kids, adults, teens, we all enjoy this sort of things. The place I'm working at the moment, I had a father and his family come in, and they bought a load of DC stuff. So I generally asked the question because this was, I think, a topic of a video: is do your kids follow the complex storytellings of the Flash or Arrow? And he went, yeah, they can do. Now I know this isn't going to be for everyone, but it got me thinking on how can someone or can like the storytellings tell more, can you actually put a darker tone? And I think that if you hit the level of DC and then go for that age rating, so if it's something like a PG or a 12 or whatever in like those sorts of ratings, I think it could evolve. I just think it needs that kind of that push over into that. But I then do kind of think that a lot of people do turn around and go, well, my kids aren't going to watch that because I want them to watch wholesome shows like this and this, which again is fine. But for the show to kind of evolve, now look at Ninja Steel and look at Beast Morphers. Beast Morphers is a lot more out there. It's more adult. When watching Ninja Steel, Dino Charge, and then Super Mega Force and all that, I knew that it was kind of aimed for kids, but it was a bit to it. But with Beast Morphers, it feels like anyone can kind of watch this, and it's not just left to the point where it's like, oh, it's for kids. I've not really seen anything for it. In the first episode, you had the fact is that you had evil clones made and two people put into a coma. Episode 2, you had was it the bike thing? No, you had the that you had the people had weaknesses and stuff like that. third episode you had exercise, and the fact is people can steal your stuff. And the fourth episode you had manipulation on a whole new sort of level. It was emotional manipulation, which again are very adult type things that you learn as later on. Now kids may just see it as, oh well, Roxy just was playing him all along, but on a deeper level, how many times have you had an ex, or you've said something like, oh, I wouldn't do that, or whatever, and then it's a very complex thing, and I generally really do like it. So do I think it has a dark tone? I do think it is. It just depends how far they're going to take it. I would say maximum like The Flash at least. So yeah, Lewis, I watched IGN's review for Battle of the Grid, and I was surprised because I thought it would be much cooler. The Ranger roster was far too short. Yeah, again, they basically either pandered to the fans and put in the ones quickly, and then they rushed it. And one thing is, I see them doing the same thing as like with Enway. So if you've, well, it's the same thing for Legacy Wars. Now, if you've not played Legacy Wars, basically they will give you a load of characters for free, and then the higher level characters you have to pay money for, and it's a ball ache. But I see that happening with all of them. If it's skins, either make them free, or if you've got to have characters, I think you can pay £5. So you've got Zeo, Gold Zeo, and you've got Mystic Mother. You've got the white Mystic Ranger. So again, HD pot. So that's fine if you're going to add stuff, but I don't want the Gold Ranger to be a skin. I want it to be a completely different character. But I do kind of see Battle for the Grid being one of those. What is it? I'm tired now. Basically, just reskinning a lot of characters, so they're not putting it. So you have the 9 characters with more skins on, and I would hate that. So yeah, I think it's a very bad game, and I would have rather they have released a demo, shown people how it's done, and then kind of like spent another year working on it. I don't mind if they take a while. I would rather have a good product than a shit product. And yeah, Calvin, for £20, but again, you still spent £20 of your money on an inferior product. So only time will tell. I'd rather them drop it like a proper game, like 30, 40, £50, but actually have a finished game rather than a bleh. Have you heard about the new Psych? I've seen pictures of this, but I have not yet played it. Read it. Again, it's not out yet. Tiredness. So yeah, I've heard of it, but I've not actually played it. Okay. Jay, I would start with Beast Morphers because that's actually a really decent series, and you won't be like, oh. So go check that one out. If you come into the shop at some time when I'm there before I leave, I am quitting. I have quit actually. Then come and see me, and I can tell you about it. Okay, coming with the plug. What's your favorite article? Everything that I write, that's my favorite article. I don't know. I like the Battle for the Grid one. I like the one that I kind of want, like, that I wrote for, like, will Hasbro drop JDF now? Because I generally think that they will. There's quite a few on there. So, and I like your articles. Your articles make me smile. So yes, go check out the Ranger Vault. If not many people know that I help it with. I'm not going to give you that I run it with some beautiful gentlemen. And you don't want to see the room over that. So if you want a lot of Ranger knowledge, go over to the Ranger Vault. It is a great thing, and I'm happy to work with them. I've not been that active quite recently because I have literally quit my job. I have another job. I've been working a lot on videos, and I'm kind of doing a few other things. So I'm trying to juggle my time. About in the next month or two, I will have a whole new schedule set down. Hi, Jack. Let's talk about Power Rangers, Jack. So yeah, Power Rangers is going good. I think that they have made one massive mess up, and that was letting Jason go. Massive mistake. I just hope that he does great. I want him to do well. He's a good guy. I know, but sorry, UJ. Damn, I'm tired. So, any questions? Doesn't have to be about Power Rangers. Let's get this whole thing. Now I feel like when I'm on, like when you see the Rangers on the stage, it's like boom. Okay, this is going to be a very okay. Do I think that yes and no? I've not seen. I don't really follow anything that that. Damn it! Everyone's asking. Okay, so I don't really follow any of JDF's social media, so I don't really know what Jenna does for a thing. Now, this is going to be the harsh thing that a lot of fans have now already thought of. So, is it? Oh, fucking White Ranger. Oh, okay, I bought them for 40. Okay, so going back, um, I think that JDF should leave Jenna alone when it comes to her decision of wanting to be a Power Ranger. If he wants to help her, then train her to be an actress. You know, get her martial arts up to the thing, and then let her choose. If Jenna doesn't want to do it, that's fine. But the fans have got to respect that because if, say, for example, I was the greatest ranger, I was Tommy Oliver, my son or daughter, what I mean, were in this one, I wouldn't want to push them towards it because that's not what they want to do. Now, Jenna, I don't know has it. I don't know if she's expressed that she wants to be a Power Ranger, but I generally think that maybe the fandom will force her into it. But if she is to audition, I'd want her to also audition normally. I want her to go through the same process, and I don't want JDF to go near that because what will happen, and it's already happened now, is if she gets the role, everyone will just think it's JDF. JDF's influences be like, oh yeah, that JDF, he pulled the strings. He's the one who did this. He's the one that pushed her. You know, that some other actor or actress could get in there and they could have been the role of this. Why does it have to be JDF's daughter? And that's the role that you're going to get. That's the only thing you're going to hear about it. So I generally think that if Jenna wants to be it, fair enough. I'm happy for her to come into the fandom, do whatever. And so as long as like no, not as long, but as well as other people have done it. But I want her to walk her own path. I don't want her to go. I have to be a ranger because my dad was a ranger, and half the fandom wants me to be a ranger. If she wants to be something else, do that. You know, she's got the, as people would say, the greatest dad ever. But you've also got the fact that, you know, if she's going to walk her own path, let her walk her own path. If she wants to be a Power Ranger, boom. I don't know if she'd make a good villain. I don't know. She could be a villain. That would be awesome. But then also, as fans, I've got to see is that she's not JDF's daughter. So it's not like, oh my God, yeah, she's the daughter of Tommy Oliver, because that timeline has already been set. He has had a son, and that's it. And everyone keeps saying like, oh no, like she could be the daughter. It's already set in stone. So not unless they want to kind of change that a little bit, but you just see that Tommy and Kat have a son. Okay. Um, okay, Jenna needs to find her own path, not a ranger path. She will always be in his, yeah, basically again, Jenna will be in his shadow no matter what. Send her to the transform. Yeah, I can see her in Transformers. Jenna's cool, but it'd be cool. Yeah, maybe she could be a villain. I think that would be kind of cool. Again, as people say, following her father's footsteps, but make her a villain permanently. That would be cool. What anime do you want to see? Okay. Oh God, animes don't do very well when they're like when they're turned into adaptations. Let me find my charger first because I can notice I can see the battery going. Okay. Right. I would quite like, and this is one that I don't think anyone's ever heard of, Project Aiko. No one really knows about that anime, and that was one of my favorite ones. So Project Aiko is basically about three characters: Aiko, Biko, and Siko. Aiko is the main character. Biko is an annoying kid, or is that no? Siko is the annoying kid. Biko is like the rival, and Biko used to be really evil to Siko. Yeah, I don't make this stuff up. It's a great anime. And Eiko is the kind of normal girl. And then Biko recognizes Eiko and Siko in the anime. And then every single day she's got like a mech suit. She's got loads of stuff. And it's such a good anime. They made tons of them. and there's no fan service. This is really going back to like we're talking about 90s anime. Oh, 90s anime. Oh, it's amazing. For a more modern one, I don't know. I've watched quite a lot recently. I don't know actually. I haven't really. I have no idea. Um, I can't remember. Yeah, get back to me on that one. That's a very tricky one. Okay. I'm sure I remember you. I know I met some. I'm sure I remember you. If you show me a picture, I will instantly remember. I'm really bad with names, but I also remember if you're the person I'm thinking of that we had a conversation at Target. Um, yeah, we bumped into each other. No, no Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon would be good. Thing. We didn't get picked. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I remember the interaction. So I'm bound. If we meet again in Anaheim, I am sure I'll be like, hey, I know you. We talked at the hotel. Yes, I probably do. Pictures make me remember. Pictures do. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was a good film. Oh yeah, definitely. If you okay, so this is anyone that you see me, Palmorphcon, anywhere you want a photo, just ask. No one asks. Someone asked. Oh yeah, just ask me for pictures. It's cool. Um, I have to. The thing is, like, I am really bad for smiling, so I either do the or if I'm really drunk, I'm really smiley. But I just don't like fake smiling, so I will literally think of something that will make me laugh, and then I will smile, and then perfect, perfect photos. Um, oh, Power Rangers. Ugh. So is everyone excited for Endgame? That's the main question. Are you excited for Endgame? And if I don't see yeses in the comments, I'm gonna be like, really? Yeah, there we go. I so want to see that so badly. It's out soon. It's out in 24 days. It's not if Tony's not gonna die. Tony's not gonna die. If this was alcohol in this, I'd be dead by now. Tony's not gonna die in Endgame. I really like Tony's not gonna die. I would love it if something like something kind of like it was all a dream. So literally, um, like at the very end, it's like Thanos has won, and Tony just goes, "Ah, oh God, I've been stuck in this suit for like 2 hours. Pepper, or get this off me," type thing, and that's it. It's just the whole. It was all a dream, all a dream. That's how the Russo brothers could mess up everyone. 10 years of your life gone. Tony's not going to die. So the question is, okay, I'm going to ask you this: like everyone who's in the chat at the moment, I'm guessing have you seen like if you tune into some of my videos, I am doing giveaways for like the power coins as for the Power Rangers Red Ranger coin. That was a promotional gift up in for the Power Rangers movie. So if you want to check it out, go check out the video because it needs some love, guys. Just watch and type comments, and you could win coins. Self plugging, But yeah, Endgame. It's part of. Well, go check out the video then. Like it's a really easy one to kind of do this one, and it's open up to worldwide. So yeah, there's going to be. I'm testing something out at the moment on the channel that occasionally that if it does very well, there will be more giveaways, and there will possibly, if I can work with a certain company, that a lot more certain Power Ranger stuff might be given away in the future. So go have a look. But yeah, that's coming out much later. What if everyone that didn't fade away? Oh, okay, I don't think they're in the Mind Stone, but everyone that faded away, if it's like the comics, have all ended up in the Soul Stone, which would make more sense because obviously they could suck the stuff in. But we already know that half of them survive anyway because they've all got films coming out. And thank you, UJ. See, UJG. Okay. So yeah, if you share it, it's up to you. As I say, there's going to be more giveaways later on if I can waggle them. And yeah, so hopefully this will all be good. Maybe. What's up, Toko Kid? So I think that either the reverse effects of the snap or shift into the universe. I think I reckon what will happen is if they're going to bring in the X-Men, they could do it really easily. So when they bring the snap back, just think hats now. So when they do the snap back, that they'll unlock the mutant gene. I think that will kind of happen. I think that would be kind of interesting. That could be a possible way of bringing them into, like, bring it all in because now they own it. Word is Hasbro and Paramount is making an announcement. Okay, so 5 p.m. should be 1 in the morning. So I'm guessing that there will be. I'm going to go with a new Power Ranger film, which will be good. But I wonder if they are going to do it so it's a new set of film, like their kind of thing. It would make more sense because the 2017 film didn't do well, which is a shame because I actually generally liked it. It's not my favorite. Well, it's my favorite Power Ranger film because I hate the other two. April Fools! Oh, God damn it! Goddamn hate you right now. Oh yeah, because it's still in America. It's still time to do April Fools. God damn it! It's coming near to the end of the day for us. I do want to see Cap get sent back in time at the end. And Tony talks to an old man and realizes it's Cap who's lived his full life at the very end of the film and has an end credit. That'd be quite cool. I actually kind of like that. I kind of think that Tony's going to live. Tony's going to stay. He's not going to die. And I think that he's gonna become a mentor or upload his consciousness to like be a Jarvis or something like that. Power Rangers rain. I think I think that I'm not lying to myself. I think that all the like there would be a kind of team up, but before we get all that, let's get a few films out first. I want to see a few Power Ranger films directed by Michael Bay because those explosions are the perfect thing for the Power Ranger film. Yeah, I think Billy did really well. I have things I don't like about the Power Ranger film in the 2017 one. Mainly the fact is that the product placement for Krispy Kreme was everywhere. It was everywhere. I didn't think Billy needed to die. That was a weird one. It's like, oh, you've got to kill him, and then everyone kind of comes together. It needs more morph scenes. It needs more fighting, and it's morphing time in it because it just feels like shit otherwise. But I do hope, like, when they do the next one, I think Hasbro are really going to kind of push it. I think we're going to see some really good stuff. Just give it time. They can't kill Tony. They need to show the marriage at the end, so it ends on a happy note. And it could possibly be a scene where the heroes together. Yeah, they're all just doing the slow clap, just like, "Woo, Tony!" No, Jason didn't feel leader, and I think the main type of thing is like when you try and put politics into it slightly. So I like the whole thing of Trini being gay. I think that was amazing, and I just really wish they kind of pushed that a little bit more via one like snippet of like throwaway dialogue. I would have loved to have seen like she had more chemistry. You see it with Kim, but I would loved it at the very end of the film where she'd be like, "Hey guys, this is my girlfriend," and you'd be like, "Yes." What did I say? What did he say? I didn't like the fact that they put a porn joke in there, the revenge porn, because that just felt very. I don't like what they did with Kim because that just seems very out of place. And the very beginning, where it's like, "Oh, I've just wanked a bull off," you didn't need an animal porn joke in there either. And the kiss scene was very kind of like, I know the reason why they took it out. When they say it didn't fit with the fandom, and that's what I generally really kind of hated because I would have loved Jason and Kimberly if they got together, and then if Tommy comes back as a girl or a boy or whatever, that's what I think would have been a major type thing where maybe Kim could have said, "I have feelings for him now," and it would have created a whole new storyline. Um, the 2017 movie was strange, with the last edits having the power sword being an important for some reason, and almost, yeah, just I don't know why. I I still think the director did a Dragon Ball Evolution, and he wanted like the name on his belt. So like, if you've never seen the shit film that is Dragon Ball Evolution, the director just wanted the name on his belt and that's it, and he didn't care. And I think that's the same with this guy who did the Power Ranger film, because there was no, how do I say, like, he just wanted the brand. Because I think he was asked if you do another one, he was like, "No, I'm not doing another one." It's like, come on, continue that story. I think the film should have just been Rita and Zordon fighting. That would have been a great way of opening and then moving in, because that scene at the very beginning, boom, would have been great. Yeah, see, I've never seen Last Airbender, but I know it's like Dragon Ball E. We don't speak about it. It doesn't work in the fandom. Um, I don't know what they were doing with the 2000s. Again, like, you had that scene where they all get hit by, like, almost get hit by a train, and they're in their beds. You have the whole thing of Rita going after Trini for some strange, bizarre reason. Why not focus on all of them? That would have been an interesting thing, but for some strange reason. And then the whole thing of like, you're on drugs, go piss in a cup. What? What? Oh, it was just really weird. Yeah, I would kind of like that as well. A film based on the Zordon team would be really kind of cool. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so can you imagine? We'll set up the scene. Zordon says there's a legion of Power Rangers. They just literally went, "Okay, guys, where's Zordon? Oh, he's not here. All right, let's carry on." And that's it. They just go up about their day. But then again, you kind of think that with the last whereabouts, that they would have gone, "Oh, he's on Earth," and they would have sent Power Rangers. Maybe they just wanted to put that in to make it sound better, or maybe they were kind of referencing all the Power Rangers in the past, or in the canon timeline. Um, yeah, another thing like the novel that God, I'm so tired. The Over at the Ranger Vault, that we are working on a novel at the moment, so I'm not going to spoil anything because I want you guys to go check out. So go to the Ranger Vault. You need to all go to the Ranger Vault and check out this. It's a good story. I was reading it over before, and I actually generally liked it. So yes, go check out the Ranger Vault. What about Goldar? He was made from gold. Okay, so basically for Goldar, they just wanted gold, so they could. That's the whole idea. It was just, let's just get some gold. Um, yeah, just so much stuff that they. I think they want that. This may have paid off all the time, but they just didn't want to. They just couldn't be bothered with it. If Zed was going to be in the sequel, the main villain, or the so I have this whole thing when it comes to um, the next level of films. So we've had the first one, and then that was meant to be the one where they introduced Get Their Powers. The second film, again, has the Power Rangers, and they're kind of at the top of the game. And then at the very end of the second film, you introduce the Green Ranger. The third film is all about the Green Ranger kicking the crap out of all of them. And then the fourth film is about the Green Ranger joining the team, doing stuff with them. And again, at the peak of their top. And then suddenly the fifth film, Green Ranger loses his powers. The team kind of starts going down. They get the White Ranger, and basically they do it over an amount of time. Because I think everyone just wanted the Green Ranger in it straight away. It's like, we want Green Ranger. It's like, guys, you've got to work on there. Before the Green Ranger, there were 5 Power Rangers, and without that, you would never have had the Green Ranger. So I would like Zed to become much more of a villain later on, just not now. So I think that's, like I said, they were rumoring he was going to be in the next one. I was just like, guys, seriously, you've not even had the first one out yet? No. Bam, we're on an hour. So I'm going to do it for a little bit more because I am tired and I want to go to bed. So any more questions or anything to get me on a rant for another 10 minutes? Completely different, but how would the horror? I don't think Power Rangers needs horror. I don't think so, because again, you start mixing in different brands. So Power Rangers has always been an action thing. So if you throw horror, it's like saying Avengers is a romance comedy, and that's it. There's no action; it's just comedy. And there's like Black Widow gets with Hawkeye. I think there's little things like that. So I don't think it would work for it. I think that, yeah, I don't think it would work as a horror genre. I don't think it would work anything else. Not unless you put a load of farts and you just bring Victor and Monty in doing a whole season on their own. That would be horror, and that's nothing no one wants to see. Okay, my cons for this year. I think the only ones I'm going to. So I'm just reading thing. Okay, the only cons I'm going to at the moment is maybe MCM, Heroes and Villains, which is on the same weekend, Wrexham Comic Con. I think that's it for now. I'm saving up to go to PMC again, but again, I've not really kind of looked into cons. There's just so many, and I don't have the money to go to it. So yeah, so Wrexham Comic Con this month, then maybe MCM, as well as Heroes and Villains, same weekend, and then I'm like, then probably maybe another MCM. I don't know just yet, but they're the ones. I would love Ciara in another Power Ranger film. That would be a good one. Okay, and I am glad to be part of the Ranger Vault again. Check out the Ranger Vault. It is definitely worth going over. The guys over there are quite cool. They're quite good. No, tell a lie. They're awesome. They're actually really good. They're close friends of mine. So, and I'm glad to be working with all of you. How do you feel about the backstory of Zordon and Rita in the movie? I wanted to see Rita more in the film. So I wanted more of her, that backstory. I think that would be kind of interesting to see how Rita and Zordon interacted, and then having Zed later. I would have maybe liked an origin story for Zed, but again, I think you have to kind of really kind of plow on to see how that would work out. How did Lord Zed become powerful? How did he take over different galaxies? So that's how I would like to say it. Hello, Brave In Reviews. We're coming to the end of the stream. We've been doing this, so we're going to do it for, let's run it to 1 hour 20. So we have about 15 minutes left, because I have to go to work in the morning, and this was just a random stream. So any more questions? Any more thoughts? Got no. That is my thingy thing. Do I like? Okay, So do I like Beast Morphers? Yes, I like Beast Morphers. My theories. I haven't actually got any theories on it yet. Let's have a think. Um, I think that we may get another bad guy. For the way that we've seen it, the show has been doing a lot of Sentai. No, that's sorry, tell a lie. Sorry, tired. So the series has been doing a lot of American footage, and most of the suits have been recreated. I'm full of wind, sorry. Most of the suits have been recreated. We're getting original storylines. So I generally think that we are going to be getting probably a new bad guy. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe it'd be interesting to see if the Saban and so not many people know this. Um, so from what I remember, the licensing with Saban and Toye usually was you could only use the series. You couldn't touch the films. But I would love it if we could have the movie rights as well into it. So I think that we're going to get a new Goldar. We're going to get a new bad guy. Now, a rumor that I saw, I don't know this is, so Scruzzle at the very beginning talks about how he has, like, someone's chasing him. I would quite like to be Goldar from the film, um, like just another Mecha Goldar or something like that. Now we know that he's gone; he was destroyed in the Z wave, so I would like him to be a mecha form. That would be kind of cool. Or maybe Rito Revolto comes and goes, "Hey, was he destroyed? Was Rito destroyed? I can't remember." Yeah, so so yeah, I think we're going to get a really big storyline. Um, I'd also like Nate to go crazy and like just attack everyone at some point. But I really want him to get with Zoe. I really, really want to. And it's really weird because I never really kind of think about that in a series. I'm more like, oh no, I don't want these two. But I want Zoe and Nate to get together. And or when she's like, I'm sorry, Nate, I can't date you. You know, it's in the rule book. He just grabs the rule book and throws it and goes, I don't care about the rule book. You're mine. And then they get together. It's not going to happen, but I would love that to happen. Um, okay, so have you seen the new Damn Joker for the Gotham show? I'm not. I don't watch Gotham. I generally don't like Batman. Um, I'm going to watch Batwoman when it comes out, but I have not watched Gotham. Now it's ended or ending. I might check it out, but I was never a fan of when it was. But now I can watch it all because it's only a few seasons. Saying that, I find out it's like 20 seasons long, and I'm like, oh god damn it. But when like Arrow and stuff like that finishes, I could probably start Gotham. Um, I have a theory. Nate will be gold, and he'll be like a good avatar, so he won't actually be like in the suit, but he'll be still Ranger. Now, yeah, apparently he is going to be a Gold Ranger because they've hinted at it. There's also some pictures of him on set in the Gold Ranger suit, so he's rumored to be it. But they also said something in this episode. He said that he can't leave unless he has a buddy. I reckon he goes, I want to leave, so I'm going to create my own buddy. And he does. So I think that that's going to come very soon. And they're going to be like, oh, Nate, we didn't mean like that. He's like, well, guys, I just want to be a Power Ranger. So that. But also, you noticed that there was more transmitters. So could be a thing that we see. So I'm looking forward to him coming as a Ranger. So maybe in the next couple of episodes, or maybe halfway through the season, that they may do a surprise like, "Hey guys, I'm the Gold Ranger," and like, "Oh Nate, you can't date Zoe now." He's like, "God damn it." I wonder what's going on with MCon. I didn't have much luck with the Rangers. Amy Walter cancelled. Now Blake and Steve, and I think JDF. Yes, I think MCon is another con down south, where or up north, wherever it is, Nottingham, where they've got Jason David Frank, Steve Cardenas, and Blake Foster. Originally, Amy Jo was going to go, but a lot of people don't like Amy Jo, so I think she cancelled, which is a stupid thing anyway. Then they got Walter. Walter then cancelled, so I think that was just kind of a placement, like a placeholder, and then that's it. So they're going to go to the con. I think it's going to be fun, and I just hope everyone who goes has a lot of fun at that convention. What is your most memorable scene in Power Rangers? The destruction of the Thunderzord and the countdown to. So yes, countdown to destruction is probably one of the best scenes. And the Thunderzord destruction was good. My most memorable scene is, and I remember this, and it's burned into my memory. So I can't remember. So I was at a wedding when it first aired in the UK. So I was quite young then, and I remember watching the command center blow up for the first time, and that blew my mind to the point where I don't remember the wedding, but I remember a few parts from it where my mouth was like, "Oh my god, how can that happen? What?" And I couldn't figure out how they were going to survive. And then I remember it was raining in Edinburgh. This is where the wedding was. And I literally just was walking down these giant stairs. I looked out the window and I was just like, "Are the Power Rangers are okay? How are they? How are they? What's going to happen? Like, is it going to continue?" And I was just like, "Damn!" So that's my most memorable moment in thingy. My second most memorable one, Gold Ranger. Love the Gold Ranger. As soon as he came in, I was like, "Holy crap! Who is this other Ranger?" A lot of people say Green Ranger, but Gold Ranger is the one I remember the most. Last question. Let's push for some power. Um, I think it's possible to have Power Rangers in Mortal Kombat, but it also depends on the licensing. I want Shaggy in Mortal Kombat. That would be kind of good. But I think if you were, I think the only two Rangers you'd have to have would be Jason and Tommy. Those are the two that I would just imagine people wanting more. Or I would throw a curveball. I'd be like, "Yeah, your Power Rangers, you can have it. So let's have the Yellow Zeo Ranger and Cam from Ninja Storm. Boom, there you go." Only because I just thought of them just on this. Something completely different. I think it would be nice to have Power Ranger in Mortal Kombat, but again, it just depends on licensing. And it depends if has. No, yes, we must do because I really want someone just to Scorpion versus like White Ranger or Green Ranger and just like the fatality. Oh, that would be some spice. I would like that. Yes. Okay, so we've got roughly about 7 minutes left before I have to. I'm guessing everyone's liking the live streams. It's just very weird because normally I'm talking to a camera and I can edit all this out, and this is kind of I like live because it's something different. So we might do a few more given the time when I get a better webcam as well. I've only used my webcam a few times, and I hate the graininess. Even with a light here and this light, it just looks so grainy. So hopefully we can get some more stuff. What themes would you like in Power Rangers to adapt? The show's done ninja. Okay, so if we're not going for the generic theme, I'd love something different. Um, hmm, I like aeroplanes. Aeroplanes would be kind of cool. I'd also like things set um, outside the box. Let's have a think. I'd like more magic themed because I really like Mystic Force. Planes definitely. Obviously we've got trains. I would like another car themed, but one after the other, set as like train, planes, and automobiles. That would be kind of cool. I would like another pirate. No, I wouldn't want another pirate theme. Um, the Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. I quite like that one. So cops and robbers, I definitely want. Um, yeah, knights. Now I know the new Sentai is Dino Knights, but I would love a medieval theme. Um, a YouTuber one. I would love a YouTube Power Rangers thing. That would be kind of cool. Just different things, and then like the main bad guy would be someone like Logan Paul, just being a douche all the time, and the Rangers like, "Oh my god, I can't think that Logan Paultron has done this. Oh God, why is he doing this?" Oh, and the Rangers just turns back and he's like, "Hey guys, what's up? How you doing?" And you're like, "Oh God, no! Stop it, Logan Paultron! Stop it!" Um, a live schedule like every Monday. I don't know at the moment. It depends on my work schedule. It might be when I with this new job, I might do it every Friday night after like work or something like that. Um, but I could possibly look into Mondays. Keep it going for about an hour. Roughly about an hour, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, hour and a half. Um, yeah, I might plan the next one. It all depends on schedule. That's it at the moment. Um, we'll see what we can do. Might be Monday, but again, it's like quite late for me. I know it's quite early for most of the like my American audience. So I'm going to work on it because I do want to do a lot more live streams. It might actually get to the point where I do more live streams than normal videos, just because it's a lot more fun. But maybe half an hour versions yet. I'm still kind of working out and playing through all of it. You didn't see that. God, no. This is the reason why editing exists, and my beard is just soaking wet. That's great, man. Well done, Mark. Well done. God damn it, Mark. Uh, yeah, normally I'd end the live stream there because I've embarrassed myself. I can't drink. Wrestling, I think, would be a kind of good one. But again, I don't know how Triple H is just the bad guy. Oh my God, Stone Cold Steve Austin's in the ring. I gotta beat him. Oh no. I haven't watched wrestling for years, actually, to be fair. Gonna put the drink away. Oh God, it's everywhere. My mouth's not dry. God, what is everywhere? So, as we're coming up to the last 4 minutes odd, any more stuff? Okay, how's it going, dudes? Luke, you're late. You've only got a few minutes, Luke. Nah. Okay, so I think next. Oh, there's a broom. I think. Well, I will probably do a live stream one properly. I might take some, like the whole. Oh, I actually like that one. For like the next video. So yeah. Oh, do. Yeah, I can't think of any more themes. I would actually no. I would quite like. I know it's not a theme, but I'd like old Rangers to come back, just really randomly. Like we've all seen, like this issue of where you've got like the really random Rangers. I would love like veteran Rangers to come back, but ones that we don't normally see. And apparently on the 1st of May, because this is the American one. There we go. There we go. There's a free comic book day. Merch. Yes. Okay. So I have ideas for merch. I have been talking to a few people, and I have some designs in my head that I want, and I'm going to kind of start it off. So I'm doing the whole thing of talking to people about designing it, buying the rights to that because I want to own that image, and then they're going to be on some like t-shirt designs and stuff like that. So I have been thinking about merch, and I'm going to be hopefully I want to launch it this year. Like there's a whole list of stuff that I want to do. Let me give you a sneak peek. I'm sure I talked about I wrote down merch in my Marvel book. Yeah, no, yeah, it's just some sort of t-shirts at the moment. But I am going to be looking into a few other things. That will be fine. But yeah, merch. I really want merch. I want people to wear my merch. So I'll actually share some on the Ranger Vault in the group chat so you guys can see what I've got an idea of. So if I want to buy your merch, do I have to take you out for dinner? No, you let me take you out for dinner, Dan. That's what you do. I buy you dinner. Wink. Okay, so probably the last kind of question is my favorite anniversary season. I'm gonna have to say the Ninja Steel one because that's the only one I can really remember. Forever Red was okay, and I don't think we really got many anniversary seasons. So definitely, I kind of like the Ninja Steel one. That's the best one. So yeah, that's what I'm I'm kind of working on. Yeah, that's my favorite season. But merch, again, once I've got a few designs and I get it on some t-shirts, I'm going to be doing a full on video about it, and then where to buy it and stuff like that. So it helps. The money, any money that goes like from that goes back into the channel. So Ciara's merch. Okay, and yes, Ciara is always Bay. She's my Bay. But yeah, so yeah, there. Why is my calculator on? So yeah, there is merch coming. All the money that comes from that goes back into the channel, just to help it kind of improve. And obviously, all the money I earn, boom, that goes back into the channel. But I'm going to leave it there. I have got work in the morning. It's a little bit later. I was hoping to plan this about to end at 11:20. So you've had me for another 20 minutes. So God, everyone's coming in now. I should leave it anyway. I'll do more live streams soon, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm tired. I got work in the morning, but it's going to be fun. Anyway, let's do the sign out. Okay. If you've, I feel really weird doing that. So if you've liked the video, like, favorite, comment, and consider subscribing. Hit that cheeky notification bell to be notified. There'll be more videos. And as always, everyone, thank you very much for joining me in the live stream. More will be coming, I hope. And yeah, I hope you've liked it. So as always, thank you very much, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, see you soon, should I say. Now I'm going to end the stream. Oh, now it's saying, do you want to end it here?